Hey, thank you very much. I wanted to thank you for that nice round of applause. It's nice to get applause without doing anything, you know. I played a nightclub one time and I came out on stage and there was only one feller that applauded, you see. So I went out to the audience to thank him. It turned out to be a waiter trying to get ketchup out of a bottle. I was all excited trying to get here, you know. The traffic out there is something else, you know, and they talk about the way we drive out here in Las Vegas. It's not us, you see. It's not. It's all the tourists and the vacationers, you know. They don't understand our traffic signals or the way we drive, you see. You know, I was following this out-of-towner. The light turned red. He stopped. And then I almost missed my turn getting here. I made it, though. I accidentally cut this lady off. She was really nice about it, though. She said something about a sunny beach. And she blew the horn and let me know I was number one. I saw that. Then when I got here, there was a bunch of people standing around. You know, I didn't think anybody would recognize or remember me. And then all of a sudden someone shouted out, "Red Skelton is here!" They all turned and looked. I was so embarrassed. I was sorry I yelled. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I like to have fun wherever I go. It gets me in a little bit of trouble, though. You know, I played this senior citizen center, and it was a nice place. When I pulled up, you know, they got the cathedral right there. This elderly gentleman standing there. I get out of the car, and the chimes started to ring at the cathedral, and I said, "Aren't those nice?" He goes, "What did you say?" I said, "Aren't those chimes nice?" He goes, "What did you say?" I said, "Aren't those chimes beautiful?" He said, "I can't hear you. Them damn bells are ringing." and the people at the center are so sweet. You know, they always chat with me after the show. You know, they were having such a good time the other day. They were laughing so hard there wasn't a dry seat in the house. But they always like to brag about how old they are, you know. I had this one little old lady come up to me, proudly tell me she was 89 years old. I said, "What's that like?" She says, "I'm finally at the age where I can do anything I feel. Except I don't feel like doing it." I asked her how she started her day. She says, "Every morning when I open my eyes, if I don't see candles and smell flowers, I get up." This other gentleman, he's getting around. He's moving around like better than I am. He tells me he's 98 years old. I said, "Wow, I'm like half that age and have aches and pains. How do you feel?" He said, "I feel just like a newborn baby. I got no hair, no teeth, and I think I just wet my pants." Then he said he got a new hearing aid. He said it was state of the art. Cost him $5,000, but he said, "Now I can hear perfectly." I said, "Really? What kind is it?" He goes, "Oh, it's 230. Hey, quick, Gertrude Heathcliff, through Seagull, you see. Gertrude said to Heathcliff, "You're always worried." He says, I know. She says, "What are you worried about now?" He says, "I'm worried about Willie the whale." She says, "Why on earth are you worried about Willie the whale?" He said, "He fell in love with a submarine." He fell in love with a submarine? He says, "Yes. Now every time it fires a torpedo, he thinks he has to pay child support." Hey, a little bit about myself. I don't know if you realize this or not, but as a child, I used to love to go to school. I did. I used to walk 4 miles a day. 4 miles a day. But I never learned anything. School was 5 miles away. I used to play hooky quite a bit until this truant officer came up to me and said, "Ain't you missing school?" I said, "No, not a bit." I had this one teacher who used to swing a really mean hickory stick, you know. She said she was going to beat my brains out, but I think she had a really bad sense of direction. And even though I never got good grades, I left school with some pretty good marks. And most of them were black and blue. But I had this one teacher who who was the principal of the Harrison School District in Vincennes, Indiana. To me, he was the greatest teacher, a real sage of my time, anyhow. He had such wisdom. And we're all standing there reciting the Pledge of Allegiance when this little old teacher comes walking up. Mr. Lasswell was his name, Mr. Lasswell. And he says, "I've been listening to you boys and girls recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester, and it seems as though it's becoming monotonous to you. If I may I recite it and try to explain to you the meaning of each word? I, me, an individual, a committee of one." I do want to thank you for the time that we've shared. I wish you all continued success, and I say good night now, and may God bless.